Okay, I guarantee you this is better than the Mall America. No matter how good it is, right now is already better. You don't have to hurry unless you think you need to.
No, it's just this part is easy.
You can lean way into it. You push your body on it. At the very least, you can stick the tip of your toe in it.
I just moved to Colorado from California, and I was really excited to be here. And I heard that the Palisade peaches were delicious, so I decided to buy some. And that's when things got weird. Jessica! Lucy!
I'm gonna kill you, kill you, kill you!
Don't hurt me! No! God, why? God, why?
Oh, no, ow! Stop that, no, it hurts! Ow! No, 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 don't do it, no! Ah! Yeah, yeah, why? Why?
I know my family thinks I might be crazy because I lived in California for a few years, but these peaches were trying to kill me!
You're wasting the peaches. We were gonna have those for dinner.
These peaches are trying to kill me!
What? They're just Palisade peaches. People from California are crazy. People from California are crazy. Poor thing. Let me see what's on the news.
The peaches are killing people. The peaches are killing people.
It's okay. I'm safe.
How do I know you're safe?
I promise. Come talk to me. I'm a good peach. A good Palisade peach. Those other peaches are trying to kill you.
I knew it! So Palisade peaches are sentient.
No, most Palisade peaches are not sentient. We are alien peaches who came down to Palisade, Colorado from outer space. We have come to take the killer peaches to our home planet. Take me to the killer peaches. You will be safe.
Bye, peaches!
Bye! See you soon!
Bye!
Bye-bye. You're safe now.
Bye!
Bye, Peaches!
Bye!
Goodbye. I'm gonna kill you! Ow! No, no, no! Ow, ow, ow! That hurts! Ow!
One thing I always hated when I was a teenager was those darn killer peaches.
Once I saw those peaches roll off into the sunset and my mom killed the last killer peach, I knew I was in the right state. The state of Colorado, home of the Palisade peach. Delicious! I love Colorado.
It is idle to propose remedies before we are assured of the disease. Jonathan Swift wrote that in 1709. He was writing about religion and politics, but the same could be said of medicine today. You must know the disease to treat the illness.
Hello, everyone. I want to talk about something I am doing this week and what it took to get here. I am in Washington, D.C. for Rare Disease Week on Capitol Hill.
In fact, 300 million people worldwide affected by rare diseases. What type of diseases are we talking about here, first off?
There are so many rare diseases. There are somewhere between 6,000 and 8,000 rare diseases that we know about. And a rare disease is any disease that impacts 200,000 or fewer people. So that means about 1 in 10 Americans.
I'm here this week as part of Rare Disease Week, being hosted by the Every Life Foundation.
This is Rare Disease Week, a serious moment to speak to the powerful in Washington to ask for their support. Naturally, many attendees dress up as zebras. Zebras? Speaking to Congress?
And this isn't just a trip I said yes to. For a long time, my relationship to the healthcare system, insurance, approvals, policy, it's been reactive.
Rare diseases are rarely what medical providers think of first. With an expression, if you hear hoofbeats, think horses, not zebras. It's part of the pop culture zeitgeist.
First year of medical school, if you hear hoofbeats, you think horses, not zebras.
You may be wondering what the connection is between a zebra and rare diseases. In the United States, healthcare providers are often taught, when you hear hoofbeats, think of horses, not zebras. This phrase was coined in the 1940s by Dr. Theodore Woodward at the University of Maryland. It means that providers should be thinking of the most common disease or condition when diagnosing their patients.
Sadly, this means that many people who actually have rare diseases slip through the cracks.
That leaves out the millions of patients that actually have rare diseases. In fact, 1 in 10 people in the US have a rare disease.
So, if you see a zebra, remember, they have just as much a right to health as you do. And you never know, you might grow up thinking you're a horse and look in the mirror one day and see that you're a zebra.
We use this device every single day. Matter of fact, we kind of take it for granted. It's not your phone, your computer, or even the internet. I'm talking about the thing you type with. Yeah, your keyboard. In the US and most English-speaking countries, we use a QWERTY keyboard. In case you haven't figured it out, QWERTY is the first 6 letters at the top left of the alphabet layout. Right? Mind blown. If you've ever spent 5 minutes hunting for the X key, you probably wondered who mixed up the alphabet. The guy who did was a printer and inventor, Christopher Latham Sholes. Yep, you can blame him. People have been blaming him for almost 150 years. That's more than a century of frustration. Thanks, Sholes. Not cool. Hold on, if the QWERTY keyboard was invented a century ago, why do we still use it? In the early 1870s, Sholes was inventing one of the first typewriters. Yeah, the typewriter. At the time, writers, journalists, and secretaries took notes in shorthand, a simplified writing system, and then rewrote everything into longhand. A typewriter could save the effort and the muscle cramps of all that writing, if it was fast enough. But Sholes had a problem. His machines were slow, clumsy, and the gears and type got jammed. So much for saving time. So Sholes decided to mix up the location of the keys. If they weren't in alphabetical order, then the type couldn't jam. His solution? The QWERTY keyboard. It worked, and by 1873, Sholes sold the patent to his typewriter to a manufacturer for mass production. The typewriter hit the mainstream at the end of the 19th century. For 100 years, we typed with QWERTY. In the 1980s, QWERTY stuck around as desktop computers replaced the typewriter. And at the beginning of the 21st century, smartphones and tablets inherited QWERTY keyboards too. Sholes' typewriter is gone, but QWERTY remains. We use it to program code, write status updates, and send our moms text messages. I'm sure Sholes didn't mean to leave behind QWERTY, but he did, and it changed the world. Not bad for a keyboard that's almost 150 years old.
I wasn't here to make friends, and yet for the first time in my life, it felt like I was meeting people who were just like me. Despite my feelings, I needed to know who these people were.
Hey, come on in, bud. We won't start without you. You're important. Thanks.
Seat's all yours. Don't even have to speak. So, who would like to start?
I can go.
She got my attention immediately. It wasn't her voice, it was the sadness just radiating off of her. A sheer sorrow I could feel across the room.
I'm not here for any big reasons. Safety's just hard to find. A few years ago, I was homeless. I had to lie to survive. I was never safe until my father found me.
I knew that look. That look of someone who finally found an anchor, only to feel the rope snap.
He was the only person in my life that I could be vulnerable with. And then life ripped him away from me. And it felt like I was drowning, like there was water filling my lungs, like I'd never be safe again. But I'm learning that it's okay to feel like I'm drowning, as long as I don't get pulled under. I'd rather be swimming in my tears than let the current drown my hope. My name is Helena.
Helena didn't scare me as much as I thought she would. She was angry, sure, but it was all inside. A fire she was trying to swallow.
I related to Nell's story. It reminds me of my father. When he got custody, things were finally peaceful. My mother, she was a perfectionist, a narcissist, a coward. She abused my love.
We all knew what she means. She wanted to say she was sorry, likely because she heard it herself.
You done? This jacket was my father's and it protected him. And now it protects me because he left. He died.
cancer, and he lied about the treatment working, so I only had 3 months with him. I would set the world on fire for 3 more seconds, or 3 more decades. I'm not picky.
That fire is passion, and time missed.
I'm finished. Somebody else go.
Pain is many things. I won't pretend that mine is the same.
The man with the stone eyes terrified me, like a monster in the closet. But look closer, he was just a statue carved from fear. Not even stone is strong enough to protect the heart.
I spent years creating a life, my own place, my routine, but then I met them, and I mistook stability for safety. But someone that's trying to ruin you doesn't start by hurting you. They start by making you feel safe, and then they scream, and they lie, and they hit.
He was rebuilding a house that had burned down from the inside.
And now there is someone new. It's the love of my life. Kind, patient, but I can feel the damage. What if the reason I can't give them my all is because I'm not ready for something this good? What if I don't deserve it? And I haven't felt this happy since I was a kid, and I'm willing to fight for it. I don't want fear to be the loudest thing in my head anymore.
Although I wasn't here to make friends, then I met Mel's rain cloud, Helena's fire, Freddie's stone. There were 2 sides of a story I wasn't ready to read, but the way they made me feel, it was like meeting myself for the first time. Kinda funny what a change in perspective may reveal. Hello everyone, I am
From grooves to ghosts, how media lost its body.
Everything on this table used to be the future. Music, movies, voices. Heavy, fragile, physical. And now most of what they carried exists nowhere you can touch. This is the story of how media went from something you own to something you borrow, just not in the way you think.
Physical sound, records and phonographs. This is a phonograph record, a shellac disc, which predates vinyl. Some of these are more than 100 years old. Sound isn't digital. It isn't stored as data. It's stored as shape. The shape is determined by the number of revolutions per minute. In this case, 78 RPM. A needle rides these grooves. Vibrations become sound. No electricity is required to store it, and if it survives, sound survives. It's fragile, it's inconvenient, but it lasts. Magnetic media, tape era. Then we learned how to store using magnetism. Inside these plastic shells is tape, a thin ribbon holding magnetic patterns. Every play wears it down. It stretches. It fades. It eventually fails. You could own it, but using it slowly destroyed it, and not using it caused magnetic creep, which slowly destroyed the magnetic pattern stored on the tape. So it gets destroyed either way. Digital discs. promise. Then came digital. No grooves, no tape, just microscopic pits read by a laser. Music became numbers, ones and zeros. In theory, digital media doesn't degrade. You can copy it perfectly forever. But disk rot caused by manufacturing and chemical defect can occur. Still, more often than not, the discs survive, just longer than the machines that played them. Try finding a CD drive today. The Shift Part 1. Files without objects. Eventually, media lost its physical form entirely. MP3s, DVRs, downloads, files. Music stopped being something you held and became something you accessed. Shelves became folders, collections became lists. Computers or MP3 players were physical devices needed to play the music, but the movies and sound were now digital WAV files. Streaming, rented culture. Today, most media isn't owned at all. It lives on someone else's computer. You don't buy it, you rent it. Songs disappear, movies change, entire libraries vanish. Everything here still works. The Shift, Part 2. What we gained, what we lost. Convenience. Portability. Unlimited temporary access. But we lost permanence. When you rent something, you rent the permission to experience it digitally. Physical media ages, but digital media can just disappear. Even if you buy it digitally, you are just renting a long-term unlimited access. When it is gone, it's gone, with or without your permission. In closing, every generation thinks its media will last forever. The truth is, the oldest thing on this table may outlive the newest. Because when media has a body, it leaves a trace, and when it doesn't, silence is only one server away.
Physical media is back. Sort of. Big artists sell vinyl, CD, and DVDs. And now, records known as flexi discs are used as promos. Stores don't sell as many, but DVD, Blu-ray still exist and will do so longer than you have access to this non-35mm movie. But that is a story for another day.
Three, okay, 4. Okay, body confirmed. Plates for 32. Pairs for 12. That's fine, everything's okay. Everything's okay, 12. Just a minute ago, we were at 40. We do this finish today. Oh. one you stopped talking to? Someone that makes you laugh. Okay, well, that's a decision. Hey, I'm hosting a holiday party, and I sort of didn't invite you.
Didn't or avoided?
Avoided. So, this whole year has been control, fixing things, perfecting things, and now my guest list is editing me.
Well, maybe it knows what it's doing.
Will you come to the party?
Yeah, if you promise it won't be perfect.
um, Deal.
Hello there, and welcome to Shifting Perspectives, or how to almost maybe, but not really, win at Bitcoin without really trying. Bitcoin is digital money. No coins, no bills, no banks holding it for you. It only exists as numbers, recorded and verified by computers all over the world. Instead of a central authority, Bitcoin relies on a public ledger called the blockchain. Every transaction is written there permanently, shared, verified, and visible to everybody. In 2008, during the global financial crisis, when trust in banks collapsed, Bitcoin was created by an entity using the name Satoshi Nakamoto. No one knows who they were, or if they are even a single person, as they were only publicly active from October 31st, 2008 through April 26th, 2011. The idea was simple: money secured by math instead of institutions, and secrecy and security through pseudonymity. New Bitcoin is created through a process called mining. Mining isn't digging, it's competition. Computers race to solve extremely difficult math problems. The first one to solve it adds the next block to the blockchain and earns newly created Bitcoin as a reward. Today, real mining is done by massive machines and workhouses, performing trillions of calculations per second. What I'm about to show you is not one of those machines. This is not a Bitcoin miner. It's not a USB stick. It's a small standalone board with a display and a stylus. What is Before this we go any shit? further, let's be very clear about something. This is not a practical Bitcoin miner. A one-shot Bitcoin miner. It doesn't compete with mining farms, it doesn't run continuously, and it doesn't pretend to. Instead of making billions and trillions of guesses per second, this device makes one.
Still shit.
one single cryptographic guess at solving a real Bitcoin block. That's where the name comes from. One shot. The attempt begins. When I tap the screen, the device generates a cryptographic hash. If, by pure chance, that guess happens to be correct, it would mine a real Bitcoin block. The reward would be real. The Bitcoin would be real. Everything is real. To understand the odds, let's shift your perspective. Modern mining farms are making trillions of guesses every second. This device makes one. It's like entering a global lottery where the rest of the world buys trillions of tickets and you buy exactly one. Or, let's go back to that number pi, where the game is to pick one digit for one random placement in an infinite number. Can you find the proper digit placement? Even if you tried once per day for 1,000 years, you would almost certainly never win. And just like almost every attempt in Bitcoin's history, it didn't win. So, why does a device like this exist at all? Well, because it demonstrates something fundamental about Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't care who you are, it doesn't care how big your machine is, it doesn't care where you're located. It only cares if the math is correct. This device will probably never mine a Bitcoin, but the fact that it can, even in theory, means anyone, anywhere can participate. Bitcoin mining used to be something you could do on a laptop. Today, it's industrial. The one-shot miner is a reminder of how Bitcoin started and how brutally competitive it has become. Not a money machine, not an investment, just a single honest shot. And also a way for some person to make money by selling you a lottery ticket machine, claiming to be a Bitcoin miner, but that is a dishonest story for a different day.
voice you know!
To change our reality, we must go back before the beginning.
My friends, the power of love is infinite. Love transforms all things.
What do you choose?
I choose life.
All realities exist simultaneously, as above, so below.
To heal is to make whole. Free your mind, and the body will follow. Change our reality. We must go back before the beginning.
Isn't it beautiful? I wish we could be here forever.
I think we already are.
Hey, nephew. I was calling because I'm going to be around your neck of the woods, and I thought, well, while I'm in town, we should get together and catch up. I know it's been a while, and we didn't have things the best last time, but I thought, hey, we might have a little bit of fun. I think about you. I know I should have been there for you, but well, that's besides everything. Well, call me back. Hey, bud. Look, I didn't want to say anything last night, but my God, what have you been doing to yourself? Your face kept drooping like there was something. I see you need me, and I know I've been selfish. I know that. I know I need to do right by you, so I'm coming by, alright? So just let me in. I'll fix everything. I promise. Remember when you were a boy? Take you down to the lake and we just chilled, the two of us. You always talked about the bug. Do you remember? And you were in the center of the lake. I don't even know how you got out that far. And I just turned away 1 second and you were just there. I never swum that fast before, but you were just so weak. Why were you out there? You remember? like you don't even know who the fuck I am. Saying you don't remember nothing, you don't remember shit, you don't remember this, you don't remember that. Man, you're so fucked up, man. You said that I went too fucking far. You know, you're like a wounded animal, biting at your wounds. Eyes all choleric and shit. And you're so fucked up. I'm coming back tonight, you better open. I ain't giving up on you. Man, I'm sorry for what I said earlier. I know I went too far, but that still don't give you the right to judge me. I'm trying the best I can. Man, I've given up everything for you. My time, my emotions, even my goddamn sanity. Before this, yeah, you remember? You can lie yourself all you want, but I've always been there. And I've always been there. Family cookouts out in the sun, with that Chris Sutton there making us real see. You always ask me first to believe, and I always obliged. Let me in, nephew. Let